So, with Alan Wake 2 on PS Plus in 2025, a lot of players are jumping in for the first time. You load it up, the rain starts pouring, thunder cracks, and within 10 minutes, you're already wondering, okay, am I playing a survival horror game or did I accidentally step into a horror movie? That's the vibe this game runs with, and honestly, that's the point. The real question is, does it hold up today, and is it worth sinking time into now that you can play it without paying extra? The first thing that grabs you is the atmosphere. It's dark, it's moody, and it feels like the developers locked themselves in a cabin for a year and just thought about how to make every single lamp terrifying. Environments drip with style. Gloomy forests, creepy motels, streets where shadows look like they're staring back at you. When you shine your flashlight, it doesn't just light the path. It feels like the only thing keeping the darkness from chewing you alive. That tension sticks with you. It's not just jump scares. It's the kind of creeping dread where even silence feels like it's plotting against you. The story is layered, sometimes too layered for its own good. You're following two characters, bouncing between perspectives, and the game loves to blur the line between reality and fiction. One moment you're unraveling a crime scene, the next you're knee-deep in supernatural nonsense, and then suddenly the game makes you question whether the whole thing is just a story inside a story. It's bold, it's trippy, and it's not afraid to get a little self-indulgent. Sometimes you'll sit there wondering if you missed a plot detail or if the game is deliberately gaslighting you. Either way, it keeps you engaged, though there are stretches where the pacing slows down so much you might feel like you're reading the world's spookiest novel instead of playing a game. Gameplay leans heavily into survival horror. You don't get endless ammo or a giant arsenal. You're scraping by, counting bullets, and sweating every time your flashlight battery ticks low. That moment when your last shot drops an enemy right before it lunges at you, that's peak horror gaming. But be ready for some frustration too. Combat is tense, sure, but it can also feel clunky. Enemies sometimes soak up more damage than expected, and if you're low on supplies, the game is more about praying than playing. Some fights hit that sweet spot of survival tension, while others just feel cheap. It's a trade-off that comes with the genre. Now let's talk visuals. Alan Wake 2 looks incredible when it's running at its best. The lighting, reflections, and sheer atmosphere make it one of the most immersive horror games you can play on console. But don't expect flawless performance. On PS5, you've got two main options: performance mode for smoother gameplay or quality mode for prettier graphics. Neither is perfect. Go with performance mode if you don't want to watch your frame rate have a nervous breakdown during tense fights. Still, the game is ambitious and mostly holds up, especially after patches. Expect the occasional bug though, a flickering light here, a weird texture pop there. Nothing game-breaking, but enough to remind you you're still playing a video game. One thing Alan Wake 2 nails is the unpredictability. Just when you think you know what's happening, the game throws something completely unexpected at you. It's not afraid to pull a "wait, what just happened" moment that makes you pause and replay it in your head. Some of those twists hit hard, and others just feel weird for weird's sake, but at least it never gets boring. The dual character approach also keeps things fresh. Switching perspectives changes the pace and tone, so you're not stuck in one lane the whole time. But here's where the honesty comes in. This game is not for everyone. If you're looking for fast-paced action, you're going to be miserable. If you hate when games get too meta, where the story keeps folding in on itself, you'll probably roll your eyes a lot. And if you're the kind of player who hates running out of ammo or spending half a fight reloading, you'll need patience. Alan Wake 2 isn't about making you feel powerful. It's about making you feel small, paranoid, and slightly confused. Which, in fairness, is exactly what it wants. Now that it's on PS Plus, the risk factor is gone. You don't have to fork out $60 to try it. You can just download it, play a few chapters, and see if it clicks. And that's honestly the best way to experience it. Some people will get hooked on the mystery, the tension, and the trippy storytelling. Others will quit halfway through a slow chapter and never look back, but at least you're not losing money finding out which camp you're in. The length of the game sits nicely in that sweet spot. You can finish it in under 20 hours if you just follow the main story, or you can stretch it past 25 if you dig through the side content and collectibles. There's replay value too, since some story threads and hidden details make more sense when you go back knowing the ending. It's not a one-and-done experience, but it's also not bloated with filler. So, is Alan Wake 2 worth playing on PS Plus in 2025? If you enjoy psychological horror, atmospheric storytelling, and games that aren't afraid to get a little weird, then yes, this one is absolutely worth the download. It's stylish, creepy, and filled with moments that stick with you long after you turn off the console. But if you want a straightforward action game or you can't stand slower pacing, then this might test your patience more than your reflexes. Either way, with it being on PS Plus, you really don't lose anything by trying. At worst, you'll walk away saying, well, that was strange, and at best, you'll get one of the most memorable horror experiences of the last few years. Just keep your flashlight close and maybe leave a nightlight on after you're done.